Hey you guys, C here. Thank you so much for clicking to join me in today's video. Today is part 3 of my wedding guest dress series. It lacks the pizzazz, but you get my drift. So my brother is getting married and I have decided to be delusional and make my dress to attend the wedding as well as to attend the dress rehearsal the night prior. Now the wedding is August 24th. Today is August 9th, which means I have 15 days and so far I have nothing to wear. So procrastination is her name. Now in the previous video we finally got working on the dress to attend the wedding and we're going to pick her up briefly tonight and then we're going to focus the rest of our attention onto the dress to attend the dress rehearsal. The dress to attend the dress rehearsal dinner is playing a double whammy. It is killing two birds with one stone because I am also using that as my entry for Rochelle from Rochelle Handmade Designs, her Battle of the Shirt Dresses, and that ends September 20th. So we're killing two birds with one stone with the dress rehearsal dress, and then for the wedding dress, we are playing around, expanding our skill set, doing things that we don't typically do, getting out of our comfort zone, yet still making a dress that I can wear again. With all that being said, let's get to it. Let's pick up where we left off. Here is the dress to attend the wedding, and this is where we left off. And I will turn her around. So this is the outermost part of the dress. I have not worked on the lining. This is just the bodice and the skirt put together as well as the straps. Now the straps are basted in, maybe sewn in, I can't remember, but one strap did pop off. So I'm going to secure that, and then tonight we are going to attach the invisible zipper, and then we're going to put this off to the side. Now, I'm putting this dress off to the side for a minute for two reasons. The first of which, I'm sick of looking at it. The second of which is this zipper is about to, I think it's already causing a bit of angst. That's why I've been putting it off. But then also, it's probably about to stress me the heck out. And so once I get the zipper in, I don't want to look at this damn thing. So, that's what we're going to do there. Then, we're going to make our way to the shirt dress. And so, I've cheated a bit. I'm working with Vogue 1933 for the shirt dress. I'm working on view B. I did shorten the hem significantly because I ran out of fabric. If you watched the second part of this video, you would have seen that nightmare. But we've got this shirting right here, this cotton shirting, and I cheated just a bit, not so much cheated, but I did come in here and I did play around with it. I just started pinning things up. I just wanted to be in the shed, be in this space, and just take a load off. I had a pretty mentally heavy day one day last week. And then backtracking, remember I'm working on Simplicity 9917 view B with the shorter hem for the dress for the wedding. So that's what we've got going on. After I put in this zipper, which here it is right here hanging up. Once I put that zipper in, then we'll start working on the shirt dress. And ideally, I'd like to get to, let's see. I'd like to stop at the collar for tonight. So that is sewing on the pocket, attaching the front and the back, top stitching, doing my button placket, and hemming around the bottom. So yeah, that's where I want to get to tonight, and then next time that we pick this up, we'll work on that collar and possibly finish it up maybe tomorrow, sometime this weekend. So, and put you on the tripod and let's get to work. have pinned up one side of my zipper. I do have 1 inch interfacing on the wrong side going down where my zipper will be. I purchased a 22-inch long invisible zipper because that's all that Joanne had that color matched. I do like my zippers to match. I just might keep the length. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out once I start sewing it in. So I have that 1 inch interfacing, and here's the roll. I love this stuff. It's so incredibly handy. I've been using it not only for zippers, the few zippers that I do, but also to secure or stabilize my shoulder seams, as well as my button plackets. So loving it, loving it. I will link this down below for you. And so yeah, let's go ahead and sew up this side of the zipper and see how things go. Zipper is in, and she looks really good. We need some pressing action going on, but she's in there. She's in a little taut, but she's in there, and she looks good. And I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So, this is going off to the side for a little bit. Let's head to the shirt dress. So before I move on to the shirt dress, I went ahead and popped this dress on just to see how it's looking. Fit is just not that great. I also don't like the gathers. They're not terrible, but I'm not a fan of it. No, I don't like the gathers. They're just not as symmetrical as I would like. But at this point, we're not going back. Fit, this bodice is definitely too big, but I feel pretty good that once I get the lining in here, I can go ahead and take up that side, both sides. Probably taking in close to 1 inch on both sides. And that might help trying to get my camera to focus. So that's how we're looking. Length, it's very, very long. It's very, very long. My AC is in the way, but there you go. Very, very long. That's not the length I was looking for. I wanted it shorter, especially since I know there's a panel that goes around the bottom. So I might go ahead and start cutting off the length because I did not want it maxi because it's just going to be too hot for that. I turned off my AC and I'm already sweating in this thing. I don't like the pockets either. The pockets look funny. It's a lot of bulk, and it's just bulk where I don't need extra. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Am I being too hard on it? I mean, it's not done. It's nowhere close to being done. So, but look at that. That's just bulk. I don't like that. Oh, that's right. It has a belt. Okay, cool. Okay. I like that. It has a belt. Okay. We might be redeeming ourselves. All right. It might not be bad then. All right. Shirt dress it is. Let's go. Alright, let's get into an update because I feel myself losing it. It is 11:35. So I have been out here for about 2.5 hours now. It's storming, so if you hear thunder or see lightning or rain, sorry, we're in a flash flood warning. I should probably be in the house and maybe not in the shed during inclement weather, but here we are. Okay, so I feel myself starting to lose steam and I'm getting irritated pressing and folding in the narrow hem on the shirt dress. I've kind of just left the pattern instructions. I'm kind of moved on. I'll get back to it when it gets time for the collar, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I've moved on. So right now I'm currently pressing my hems. So let's look at the pattern picture. So she has a split on both sides, right? So I am turning in and pressing in my hem, a narrow hem for that, and then inside is a split as well as the hem along the bottom. So yeah, so here we go. This is, the dress is upside down. So we've got, and I'm also being really meticulous about this since I don't know how to work my serger and this cotton is going to fray. So here's the inside, nice and pressed and looking good. A little clip for that, and then keep going, keep going, keep going, and then we get to where the buttons are gonna go. That's nice and pressed. Look at that. I love pressing. It's therapeutic, honestly, but not when I got a whole bunch of narrow hems. And then we work our way up to the top, and there we go. And that's where our collar will attach. So that's the progress I've made thus far. Still trying to get to my goal. So pattern instructions say baste it and then top stitch it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a narrow hem. And then we're gonna call it a night. Yeah. So I'll put you back on tripod and see how far I can go. I'm pretty tired. All right. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, August the 10th. Is it the 10th? Whatever yesterday was plus 1. Okay. So it's the very next morning. Let's see. I left out of the shed about 2:15 this morning. I got a second wind. I was feeling really energized, feeling really good about things, and I kept going. So this is what we have here right now. We've got the shirt dress with no sleeves on, but everything else is done. I did hem every single thing. All these narrow hems, all that is taken care of. It looks really good and clean inside, and that's super important since I did not serge. Well, I don't know how to use my serger. Let me not flex. So that looks really, really good. I'm excited about that. And then beneath that is my peach princess. And let me not be hard on myself. She looks good so far. So recap, that zipper looks freaking phenomenal. I looked at it again. Of course, I need to press and whatever, and I didn't do a very good job putting my interfacing in, but that is the fabric that is bunching up like that. It is not the zipper job. The zipper is done quite freaking well. Damn it, I'm so proud of myself. That zipper looks awesome. So it's the interfacing that's a little bit bunchy, and I think maybe I can press that out, at least so it looks a little better. So we've got that. Strap popped off again. That basted strap, it popped off again. After we last spoke, I went ahead and did the collar, and the collar looks great. Looks great. I can't wait to get buttons on here, but the collar looks awesome. So well done piece. Very, very, very proud of myself. Very well done piece. Can't wait to get that steamed and finished up. I also went ahead and started working on the sleeves. So here is one sleeve. It has already been pleated and pressed. Put my ease stitches in, and then I've marked for my buttonholes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the second sleeve. I've already pleated it, pressed it, and base it at the bottom of the pleats. But then go ahead and finish that up. Then I will start working on the cuffs, and then looking at the instructions. After the cuffs, we attach the cuffs to the sleeve. After we attach the cuff to the sleeves, I'm gonna go ahead and do my buttonholes, attach my buttons, and then attach my sleeve to my dress, and that should be done. We have friends coming over in about 2.5 hours. So I need to be realistic with how far I want to go. I do want to go ahead and attach at least the cuff to the sleeve and the sleeve to the dress, and I'll probably hold off on the buttonhole, but it would be easier to go ahead and do the buttonholes now. Okay, I'm lying. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I want to go ahead and knock out this whole entire shirt dress today, and I'll just hold off on attaching the buttons, but I'll go ahead and do the buttonholes at least for the sleeve, and then we'll pick up tomorrow or late tonight and see how far we go. Yeah, that's the goal. All right, let me go ahead and put you on tripod and get back to work. Alright, so it's time for a check-in. I did have lunch and I've been sitting. So here we are. Not much progress has been made, and I've been out here for, oh my god, over 3 hours. Okay. Yeah. So the sleeves are not even done, but they are assembled. I've got my buttonhole markings. Cuffs are attached. Those pins are because I cheated and I didn't want to slip stitch, so I used fabric glue to cover over those raw edges. And guess what? You'll never know it's there. So that's that. But they look great though, don't they? These sleeves look awesome. They look nice. I mean, I was very meticulous about doing them. Very meticulous about these sleeves. And I also had to use a seam ripper quite a few times because since the fabric is the same on both sides, I was definitely confusing myself with which is the right side, which is the wrong side. I had to use my seam ripper, making sure that my pieces were mirror images. Oh my god. That's where all my time went. But we're still doing good. So now I'm going to go ahead and make these buttonholes, at least for the sleeves. And then I'm going to call it a break for the day because my company should be arriving any minute now. And we have buttonholes. Looking good, looking good. Looking good. The buttonholes is actually not the hard part. It's making sure my buttons are aligned with the holes. That's where I run into issues. So, off to the next sleeve. Put buttonholes on there, and then we'll mark for our buttons. Hello, it is 9 p.m. Company just left. My really good friend and my god kids, they just left. So the family and I have had a rousing afternoon. Now, because I feel like I still have a few hours left in me, I want to come back out here and tackle this shirt dress because I'm feeling pretty hopeful that I can finish it this weekend. And that would be great because then that would mean that I just have the dress for the wedding left. So one less stressor. So where I was last was putting on the buttons on the sleeves. So I've already made all the buttonholes for both sleeves. And so I was going to go ahead and start attaching the buttons. And then I will attach the sleeves to the dress. And then I will make the buttonholes for the dress and then attach the buttons for the dress. I think I'm going to try and knock it all out tonight. So, yeah. Ideally, I would like to be in the house around midnight. I do have an engagement tomorrow. I have to travel to a baby shower tomorrow. And I want to do my hair in the morning. And my locks take a lot of time. So, I want to get a good night's rest because I have a lot to tackle in the morning. So, let's pop this light on. Let's get some YouTube going. And let's see what we can accomplish in the next 3 hours. I'm lying. It's not 9 o'clock. It's after 9 o'clock. It's 9:22. Darn. Just lost 22 minutes of my life. Okay. Let's see what we can tackle. first shows you buttonholes. Buttons are on both sleeves. Looking really, really good. I haven't broke open the buttonholes yet. I'm going to put some fray check on them tonight before I leave out and give them the opportunity to dry before I go ahead and pop them open just for the final fitting. But now I'm going to sew where the two sleeves lap over one another and then go ahead and insert my sleeves onto the dress. And so that should be quick and easy. And once I do that, then I'm going to go ahead and do the buttonholes and the buttons for the dress, and it'll be completely done. It just seems so easy. I had no idea that I would finish this weekend, or better yet, in 2 nights. So I'm really, really excited about that because I haven't really spent... I know, I'm lying. I have spent a good bit of time on this project. I have been using this water-soluble fabric glue to hold my buttons down so that they don't move around. I also have my button presser foot right here. And, of course, my buttonhole presser foot. Love it! I'm winning. I'm also using half inch buttons from Hobby Lobby, 99 cents. So, I'm killing it. This project just really boosted my spirits. Alright, let's finish this thing. Alright peeps, let's check in. Y'all tell me why I'm swimming in this thing. Look at my hose. Side note, because it's on camera. Look at my hose. It popped open. And so I had to put tape on it because it was letting hot air and critters, well, bugs in here. Oh my god. Okay, let's get back. Y'all, why am I swimming in this thing? I cut a 12. It's supposed to be a little bigger. Okay. I haven't popped the buttonholes open, so I don't have them buttoned up. But, man, one thing I'm learning about Vogue, though, they don't lack on the length. I told you I had to lose a significant amount of length because I didn't have enough fabric, but it's still maxi length. Like, it's already hemmed and everything. It's going to be perfect with my heels. I think I'm going to have to move my buttonhole so that at least it doesn't go into my hand. Oh, I can't move my buttonhole. I mean my buttons. Oh! Oh, freaking cracker. Why? I don't like it. I don't like it. However, she's executed very well. It's just big. It's big. I don't know if I can redeem myself. This is literally a 12. Like, this makes no sense. Why is it so big? I look like I'm supposed to be in the choir. You know, honey, I look like I belong in the gospel choir. This is my robe. Hey guys, I'm back. So, I gave it a couple days of thought, and I realized my shirt dress is just too big. I've got to do something about it. Now, because of the placement of the buttons on the sleeves are just a done deal. That's just how it is. I have opted not to button them. Instead, I will leave them open like the beautiful model on the pattern packet. So I'll leave the sleeves open, but the dress itself, it has to be taken in. Has to be. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. And hopefully that'll solve the problem and I will feel more confident wearing it. Right now, when I put it on, I swear I look like I belong in a Baptist choir. I just look like I have a choir robe on. And that's not the look that I'm going for. I think if it's tailored in a bit, it'll look a little more chic. And then, of course, with the sleeves open, how the model has it, it's just going to look a little elevated. With my clutch, I think that should do it. So, that's what we're going to get to tonight. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I hope that takes care of the issue and we can wrap this up. We're running out of time. Hi, you guys. I think I did it. So, I'm grinning because I'm really, really proud. I'm super happy how things turned out. So I am going to formally introduce you to Teal Teresa, Vogue 1933. She's done. And so now we have officially finished one of the dresses to attend my brother's wedding. So this is my dress for the rehearsal dinner. Doesn't she look good? Now I have gone ahead and I have taken in the sides. In addition to taking in the sides, I kind of tapered in the splits as well. So folded in the fabric at the split a little more so that it just all looks pretty seamless. I also moved the two buttons on the cuff. So I moved them more inward to tighten up that cuff a little bit. Now the pattern sleeve length is very generous, much like the length of the shirt dress. So, and I'm looking at the pattern, the models on the pattern booklet. The sleeves are very long. I have long arms. I am still swimming in the sleeves. So just err on the side of caution for those who have shorter arms or those who don't want to swim in their sleeves. So I did not cut the sleeve length. I left it there. I didn't want to take the cuff off and readjust all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to do that. Lazy. So I left the sleeve length the way that it is. I just went ahead and moved those two buttons inward to just make the cuff a little more taut. Those are the only adjustments that I made, and I think the fit is quite well. Now, I cut a size 12, and for all you people, Chen, you gotta check the finished garment measurements. You gotta do a muslin. I ain't got time for all that, okay? This is real life here. I don't have time to do a muslin. No, thank you. And I did check the finished garment measurements. That's why I made a 12. And it was still too large. And that is why I don't put a lot of emphasis into the finished garment measurements. And I don't put a lot of emphasis in on that because it don't work for me. Okay? So, I cut a 12. Next time around, I will be cutting a 10 because I did end up taking about 1.5 inches in total off of the sides. I haven't looked at the pattern piece since I originally cut the pattern out, but I'm hoping that when I size down to a size 10 that it's going to take a little volume out of the sleeves as well, because the sleeves are still too voluminous, but with the button, having the button placket in the sleeve, there's no way I could take it in without literally deconstructing the whole thing, and I didn't have time for that, nor is that the perfection that I'm trying to accomplish with this dress. So, other than that, I'm really happy. Now, when my daughter is sharing her day with me, she shares her peaks and her pits. So, my pits for this shirt dress are 2 of the buttonholes. So, I've got one here on this sleeve that my machine is really just eating up the fabric. My quantum stylus is past the time where it needs to be serviced. I've been trying to go as long as I can, and it's just on its last leg. So I do need to get it serviced. I went ahead and had my Singer 4423 or 4432 heavy duty. I had that service a couple weeks ago. It's on the floor. I have not put it back up. I haven't even touched it since I brought it back. That's how much I care. So I now need to take my quantum stylus and have it serviced. But nonetheless, it ate up the buttonhole on this sleeve as well as at the top of the collar. To the naked eye, it's not noticeable. I notice it, but I'm still able to button this buttonhole if I choose to. I don't think so because the sleeves are just a little too voluminous for me. I'm going to be wearing it open like the model in View B. I'm going to leave it open. So that is a pit. And I think that's the only pit that I have are those 2 buttonholes. My peaks, however, is the lapel, the button placket here on the front is perfect. All the buttonholes came out successfully, and then the buttons and the buttonholes line up perfectly. I'm also happy with this little front pocket. I'm never going to use this little front pocket, but it is executed very well, neat and polished. That is a peak for me. The length is great. The collar is good. We'll go with good, okay? But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm so happy with how things turned out. This was not a bad sew. Not a bad sew at all. I think this pattern is rated as average, and you guys know how I feel about collared tops. I do not think it is a beginner task, but definitely give it some thought. Definitely give it a go if you have it in your stash. It's a relatively new pattern, so go ahead and check it out on simplicity.com or in your local fabric stores. I've gone ahead and I've steamed it just to get my markings off, and I'll go ahead and put it on tomorrow when it's nice and bright and sunny, and get some video clips and some pictures to share with you guys. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the dry cleaners to get it a nice, good, clean and steam and press, and it's gonna look oh so crisp for next Friday night, and I'm excited to wear it. Get it nice and styled, find me some nice strappy heels, get my hair done, or just pull my hair into a beautiful little bun with some little curls. So get ready. I'm about to show you footage of how she looks on. And if you've missed it, make sure that you play catch up and watch part 1 and part 2 of this wedding guest dress series, as well as join the fam and subscribe, and look out for part 4, the finale, where we finish up the dress to attend the wedding, Simplicity 9917. I'll be dropping that in a week or two. As of now, I have 8 days to get it done. 7, because it's 11 p.m. tonight. So I have 7 days to get it done, and really I have less than that because we're busy, okay? That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, give me a thumbs up. As always, I love you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.